Right, here we are. March. Just before Spawn comes out. And I've made us another tier list. So, I'm going to go through all my decisions in depth-ish. I'm going to justify some of the more controversial ones I've made. And we're going to have a good time. So, we'll start at the top. Cetrion. She's always been at the top of my tier list. She's got the best zoning in the game. Even I struggle against it, and I can usually handle zoners like Jade, Scarlet, arseholes who play Katana. Just any... I can usually handle zoners, but Cetrion's on another level. That's why she's at the top. Although, thinking about it, Jackie I struggle with. I'm going to clarify, only in her upgraded variation I struggle with her, where she's got insanely small gaps in her strings, but I've managed to locate where they are. Roughly, I've had practice against Jackie. I got one of my buddies to relentlessly destroy me with Jackie until I could beat him several times in a row. So I've learned against Jackie. That's why she is there. Up next is Liu Kang, who, again, I know where the gaps are, but as an Eren main, they're annoying to punish. I can punish them. He does have gaps in his strings, but more often than not, I just wait for them to cock up rather than let me cock up. Johnny, I've put here, his zoning isn't a problem, it's his footsie game, and how safe he is on everything, and he hasn't got that many mix-ups, but he's got enough to annoy me. Cassie I've got here because even though her stuff is reactable, I'm an idiot, so I don't react to a lot of her stuff. She's got good zoning. She's got good all-round stuff. Garrus I'm only putting here because he has to be an S tier. I have never had a problem fighting a Garrus player. If it were up to me, he'd be at like mid B tier. He'd be about there, because I have never really had a problem with Garrus, but he does have all the tools that you would need to be an S tier. I'm just guessing that I haven't fought anyone that's even remotely competent at playing Garrus otherwise. Otherwise, I'd understand why he's here, but for now I don't, but I see the potential of him in being S tier. The Joker I've put here, I don't know whether it's just because I haven't had enough practice against him, because I've fought him about twice online. And playing him, I see that he's safe quite a lot, but also unsafe quite a lot. He's got good zoning in his second variation, but he's got good setups. He's all around got everything you need, really. He's one of the more well-rounded DLC characters. Cabal, it depends on the Cabal player, but I'm putting he'd either be here or back here, but he's not overly difficult to pick up, but it depends on the kind of player. If they're the kind of player that just sits back, throws his hooks, and then tries to dash up, I can do that as an Eren main, because I'll just scud shot them. So I've put him there, because if it's a proper Cabal player, they can properly fuck me up with their mix-ups and their shit. It's all reactable, but I'm an idiot. Kotal Khan, a lot of people will disagree with me putting him in A tier. They say he's B, maybe even C tier, but I've never come across a Kotal Khan player that I haven't struggled to win against. He's never beat me, which is why he's an S tier. Well, he has beaten me once. Opus did that, but he's not difficult to beat, but he's annoying to beat because his range is a lot further than you'd think. Baraka, I used to main this dude, which was why it hurts me not to put him in front of the Joker, but there's not much to say about Baraka. He's probably the most well-balanced character in the game. He's got good zoning, he's got excellent combos, he's got mix-ups, he's got jumping, he's got everything, really. Jax I've put here. I was contemplating putting him lower, but recently the Jax players have been stepping up their game, so I've seen why most people put him A/B tier. Some people even put him S tier, but he's not that good. A lot of his stuff is reactable or guessable. His command grabs are annoying, but aside from that, unless you come across someone that's spamming them, it's not a problem. Sonya, I'm probably one of the only people in the Mortal Kombat community that won't put Sonya up here, or even like up here with the rest of the Cage family. I have no problem fighting Sonya. I can react to all her stuff. She can't zone me out because I play Aaron Black, so there's nothing to say there. She's good, but I haven't ever run into a proper Sonya problem unless I'm playing someone else. Kano, again, I don't really have much of a problem fighting unless they're a proper sweaty Kano player who mixes everything up. They completely change what they're doing. They amplify randomly. They do whatever. So Kano's solid, but I don't tend to have a problem with him. Devora, again, most people would put her lower, but I respect what she's got going. It's not enough to challenge me as a player, but she definitely has the setup potential to be here in the hands of a good player. There are good Devora YouTubers out there that'll show you that. I might plug them, but I won't. Frost I've put here because I play her, she's got a lot of the tools and the setups, and she's got freezing, which I always appreciate in a character. She's got that lunge in that you can make fairly safe with her down back 2 projectile to get close in. So Frost is good, and again Sub-Zero down here in B, also a character with freezing stuff. I appreciate the ability to freeze people because it allows me to spend more time setting stuff up rather than having to quickly think. They're a lot easier to use when you can freeze them and then think about what you're going to do next. Noob Saibot, I don't play. I haven't really played a lot of. I played him a lot at the start of the game because he's Noob Saibot, but he's not my play style, so I dropped him. But he's good. He's got zoning. His teleport, I feel, needs a buff because it's the most punishable thing in the entire game. He sat there for, I think, well over 20 seconds if you block his teleport. But if they can catch you in it can, depending on the variation, it can lead to big combo damage. Nightwolf I've put here. A lot of people might put him lower down in B, but I play his second variation, his command grab variation, instead of his combo variation. So I see him differently than the vast majority of Nightwolf players do. He's got well, the command grab just puts him from bottom of C way up here. So that's why I've put Nightwolf there. Collector, I find him as annoying as an A tier character, but he is not A tier whatsoever. A lot of his stuff is reactive. It's irritating and it takes actual effort in order to beat him in the hands of a good player, but it's not overly difficult. Aaron Black, my main, I'm putting him here. I can't say much because I don't go up against him, so I'm only going from the experience of playing him. But his mix-up game is on point. His anti-zoning is the best in the game. If he had some kind of teleport, he'd be S+ tier, but the only problem is he doesn't, so he's got solid everything, but since the hard nerfs at the launch of the game, he's gone down a bit. Scarlet, decent, probably my favourite zoner in the game because she's also got combo potential and people tend to play her like that and they only resort to zoning if they're losing horribly, in which case she can be quite easily countered, which is why she's down here. But she does have a parry, which is why she's not C tier. She's got that parry that can get you on wake up. I don't know if it's got a crushing blow on it like some others do, but so that's why she's there. Scorpion. The problem with Scorpion is that he has everything to be low S, high A tier, but everybody uses his second variation, so everybody can react to it. I I tend to play Variation 1, sometimes Variation 3 if I'm feeling adventurous, because everybody knows all of the tricks in Variation 2. So I mostly play with Reborn first variation with his teleport cancels. I rarely get the Demon Slam in because I'm horrible at air-to-air anti-airing. So, but I'm working on it. Shang Tsung also has very good anti-zoning like Aaron Black. He's got very good zoning as well in his first and second variation. But I've only ever used him in his third variation because you can use Ermac to get rid of jump-ins, you can use Reptile in mix-ups, you can use Rain in the middle of combos as a combo extending, you can use Smokes to get rid of any kind of zoning anyone tries. So he's all round good in his third variation, and if you feel like being an arsehole, you can play his first or second variation. Though his first one, despite being zoning, does have nice combos. Shao Kahn I've put at the top of C because he's got more reach than you anticipate, just like KOTOR, both the Khans. But he's got so many gaps and flawless block areas in his strings that if they got rid of the flawless block gaps, he'd be up in high B, low A tier. But they haven't, and that's why he's down there. Terminator, I don't get the hype around. He's easily reactable and overall not that intimidating. If he tries to do the Running Man, you can just jump over it. I don't get why people put Terminator in places like A and B tier. If he had his Terminate ability in a tournament variation, he would easily be S plus tier, but he doesn't. So Sindel, again, I don't get all the hype around Sindel. All her stuff is reactable. She's slow. She's unsafe. She's overall just easily beatable. And if she tries to zone me out again, I play Aaron Black. I can take her out with Scud Shot. Nothing she does challenges me. Kitana still needs buffs. She has been buffed. It's still not enough, I feel. If they had her up fan move in a tournament variation, she would be A tier. But she doesn't, so that's why she's in C tier. Kung Lao, again, a lot of people put him in A, B, some put him in S tier. He's shit. You can react to everything he does. His jump into unsafe, his teleport you can punish. Everything he does is absolute garbage, and the only people that play him are quite frankly arseholes. Jade, I play Jade quite a bit, but I play her variation 3 because I'm not an absolute arsehole. Her zoning is the best in the game, but I can counter it easily, so there's not much to say there. Raiden is unsafe on every single thing he does, except unless he's got his quick charge activated, which is only in one of his variations. His teleport takes up 2 ability slots, which is ridiculous. It should come default with every variation. His Storm Cell, you can duck under the last hit and get a full combo punish. Everything he does is frankly rubbish, and I barely run into anyone playing anything than Variation 1 for Raiden, because for whatever reason they think it's good. I imagine it's because it has the teleport, which is his best ability, and it should come as standard, but it doesn't. So this is my overall tier list at March, just before the end of season of whatever the fuck Collector is, with all the gold shit. This is my tier list. This is my final tier list until next season, or a big patch comes out, which I doubt will happen until next season. And I look forward to Spawn. He's one of the DLC characters other than Nightwolf that I might actually play, because I'm hoping he'll be interesting. If he turns out to be rubbish, I'm going to be properly fucked off. And then we wait for Kombat Pack 2. So this is my tier list. Feel free to disagree with me. Zach, feel free to disagree with me in the comments, as you always do. And have a good one.